Hello, welcome to this episode. Today I will show you how I work on Photoshop with an image that I used for a magazine. For me, it's very important. Of course, Photoshop is very important tool. And before Photoshop, even when Photoshop didn't exist, photographers used printers that manually work with acids to manipulate, enhance their photos. So in this way, Photoshop is today something that is part of the job and is related to the taste and to experience, of course, that every photographers develop with time. At the beginning, maybe you will spend a lot of times to work on a photo, thinking that you can make it better with Photoshop. After years of experience, you learn that you need to shoot really good during the shooting time, and Photoshop will only help you to make it a little better. It will not modify. If you do something bad, it will not make it something good. But let's go and see how I did it. Okay, this is the final image. It actually is a scan, so it's not really like the original. And this is the original photo, just open from Camera Raw. Now, first of all, we crop it. I decide to put this proportion 4.5 by 6, and I want to crop it very close to the head, even if it's not a beauty. I like to crop it this way. Cropping is very important in a photo, and I think it deserves much attention for the final result. So now we crop it this way. The photo was big anyway, and we start to enhance this photo, actually working here on the texture of the skin that is not perfect. So we just press the J and take some sample around and take out the pimples of the model to make it a little better. Remember that Photoshop will not cannot fix everything. If the models have or makeup is very bad, cannot do miracles. That's why the makeup artists are paid so much, and the models are chosen carefully when they do beauty shooting, because the important in the end is the result, and the skin has to be visible. So I don't want to go. I don't want to do over much here, just for you to show how it works. Now we can put the curves a little bit higher. Not here is just what we can we try. Is not something that is predefined. For example, if I do this thing on this side of the face is too bright for my taste, so I will just brush it back and paint with black this way. I go back, and also here on the hat is too much. Notice that when you work and you work with contrast, the colors become more vivid. So you need to balance a little by usually taking out a little bit of saturation. So that's what we do now, like this. Second, as you saw from the beginning, the photo was much bigger than only the head. If we crop this way, the head is not really sharp, so we just duplicate the background and we use the filter order and this I don't know in English, accentua passaggio, but you can find very easily. And like this, you put like 2.9. Don't worry about this because we worked up on the layer and it's visible, but this way you go overlay like this and we sharpen the image. Look the difference. See, but because it's a fashion, is a beauty, we don't want this effect on the skin. We want this effect only on the texture of the hat, a little on the hair, on the hand. So we just put the mask layer and we brush back on the skin on opacity 100% because we don't want this at all. We want this very smooth skin. Maybe we want on the edges, we want the lips, we want on the eyes, we want on the hair. This is what we want, and that's it. I will just do it fast. So now we flatten the image on one level, and now we do some artistic stuff, duplicating the background. This is what I usually do, and we do a filter, and we put some noise. So add noise. In this way, is the quantity is 16.57%. Let's press OK this way, and we do blur. And blur, where is blur? This way. Okay, check what I'm doing now. I do it even less, 1.1. Okay, now we don't want this blur on the face and on the model, so we just paint back. We put mask, and we, with a brush, we paint. Not let's make the opacity of the brush 54%. Let's brush all around here. Why I do this? Because I don't want this blurring effect with this this noise. I don't want uniform. I want like if some bad scan, you know, and this is what make for me the picture a little bit more interesting. Sometimes you do it more, sometimes you do it less. Is now once you do the first, you see that is not. If I do like this. Wait, sorry. Like this, you see you see that I didn't apply the same thing everywhere, and maybe here in the corners I leave it a little bit more, and let's paint a little bit more with a less opacity, like 20% now on here, because we want a little, not so much on air. Now I'm just doing how I feel this moment, but I have a lot of experience. Now just go on the curves and let's see if some contrast that we can add this way or the other way. Okay, like this is too much. Let's put the opacity back. Now let's see, with or without, a little bit more punchy. Okay, for me it is reasonably okay this way, and maybe I can even go on the brightness a little bit less this way. Okay, -5 seems okay. Now we flatten an image and we are done. We can save this way. This is the before, like this. Look, see, and this is after with our fast photoshopping. Thank you for watching this episode. If you like, please subscribe. I will post many things interesting about photography, and I have many things to say. Thank you very much. See you next. Bye.